Hello guys, and welcome back to another Undawn video. So before I talk about the tips and tricks in training match or other PvP events, first of all you need to ask yourself, are you a casual or a competitive player? Do you play on PC or on mobile? These factors are very important when it comes to Undawn PvP. Like if you want to grind and win consecutively in training match, elite eliminator or other events, then you're going to need a team with a fixed lineup. I'm going to explain all of these, but I'm going to start with tip number 1. So tip number 1 is to join or create a party of 4 that suits your playstyle. What I mean by this is that you won't be able to reach top leaderboards if you do solo matching. This is because solo players have a chance to meet a team of 4. And usually 4-man teams are competitive, well coordinated, and most of the times have voice comms. You will be also more comfortable talking to people you know than complete strangers that you just match with in solo queue. If you take a look at the top leaderboards, let me show you guys. In my server, Raven Shelter, if you take a look at the top leaderboards, you will see that there is an emoji at the left or right side of their names, which means that they're a solid team. As a team, you also need to play on the same device. If one of you plays on PC and the others are on mobile, then the matchmaking will be unfair. So for tip number 2, remember to eat your buffs. Before you start matchmaking, make sure to remind your teammates to eat their buffs, like takoyaki, shaved ice, meat aloe vera, and other buffs that I didn't mention. If you eat these buffs during the match, it will not take effect. So remember to eat your buffs before matchmaking. So tip number 3 is about roles. This is also one of the reasons why you need a team, so you can talk about which role you will be using in PvP. My role is healer because I use biotic rifle. So what I mean by role is your heavy weapon. There are 4 heavy weapons, and the worst one for PvP is the Gatling gun. The heavy machine gun. So the heavy machine gun is good in PvE, especially for killing bosses in Astral Tower or Lost City or any other boss, but it's not ideal for PvP. You would easily get down due to the lack of mobility even if you had a healer. You should also not use sniper if you are a 2-finger player on mobile, since it's very hard to aim. But if you're a PC player and your aim sensitivity is good, then go for it. Or if you're in mobile, you're a claw user and you're confident in your skills, then go for it. But personally, I think the best lineup for both devices is 2 healer with biotic rifle and 2 carries with grenade launchers. This is to maximize your overall damage and survivability. Tip number 4 is about your skills and your gear. The best skills that you could use in PvP are foam bombs and landmines and auto turrets. So foam bombs immobilizes the enemy for a short amount of time. This is enough time for you and your team to burst the immobilized enemies. And landmines, on the other hand, deals a lot of damage and knocks back the enemy if they step on it. Landmines are usually used in Western District map since there's a lot of blind spots there. Hold on, let me show you guys the 2 maps. So in training match, you can select Central Shopping Mall and Western District. Landmines are usually good for Western District since there's a lot of blind spots and there's a lot of stairs. So yeah. Then auto turrets are self-explanatory and are used to distract the enemy. And gear is also self-explanatory. Your gear should be up to date with your level, and don't forget to enhance, modify, and if possible, try to get gold rarity weapons and armor. It increases your damage and of course your armor, which is very useful in PvP. And as for camp training skills, focus on leveling up your Baron's Hunter, your Survival Expert, Weapons Expert, and Weapons Defense. You should prioritize upgrading these, but if you're a healer and you use biotic rifle, you could also maximize your skill strength. Tip number 5 is about positioning. There are currently 2 maps for PvP, excluding the blockade of course. These two maps are the Central Shopping Mall and the Western District. These maps are also used for Raven Invitational and Elite Eliminator. I would suggest getting familiar with these two maps so you know where to position yourself and expect where the enemy will come from. Before I talk about positioning, you need to decide with your team if you're going to rush or camp. Usually a team camps in their base if one of them gets disconnected, or if they know that the enemy is very strong. And as for positioning, this depends on your role. If you're a healer, then you should find good spots to hide and consistently heal your carry. Usually a carry has high ratings and uses a grenade launcher. So the healer just needs to stay behind and consistently heal the carry. But if the carry dies, then the healer can go aggressive. So tip number 6 is about your device. This game is cross-platform, meaning you can play it both on mobile and on PC. But you have to decide what device you will use in PvP, because if one of your teammates uses a PC and you're on mobile, then you have a high chance matching with PC players, which is of course your disadvantage and you don't want to happen. So it's best for everyone to have the same device. If you're going to play a training match, make sure to ask your teammates what device they're playing on. Tip number 7 is to spend wisely. If you have RC, don't spend it on skins. Buying skins will only increase your charisma, but it doesn't affect your rating. Instead, spend it on upgrades. Enhance and upgrade your firearm accessories, armor accessories, and polishing and modification. And it's also worth it to buy accessory manual in the store, since, hold on, let me show you guys. I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. It's not worth it to buy in the trade market because the price is very high right now. Where is it? In growth materials, you could see that the accessory manual is 38k gold. So right now it's very expensive, so it's not worth it to buy it right now. But if you have RC, you can buy it in the store. And so all of these can help increase your rating. But if you're free to play and you can spend a little money, I suggest getting these supply cards. In here you can get it here, the weekly supply card and monthly supply card. And lastly, for tip number 8, don't craft tactical gear. Crafting tactical gear is not worth it because you can buy these cheap in the market using assist points. Hold on, market and assist points. You can buy these here for only 5 assist points each, and you can buy them in the combat points too. Here in materials, you can buy them for 5 combat points, and recycled items you can also buy them here. Here also 5. And lastly, for training camp shop, which is like your cohabitation points, which is also only 5. It's pretty cheap, and if you do your daily events and do your assist points and everything, all that, you can buy thousands of tactical gear and you don't have to craft it anymore. And for the combat points, I suggest spending these on Raven sigils instead of buying tactical gear, because it's more worth it to spend it here. Weekly, you can only receive a limited amount of combat points here in tournament. You can receive only 25,000 per week, so you have to spend it wisely. And so you have to spend it on Raven sigils. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and like the video, and thank you for watching.